Welcome back, YouTube Pipe Smokers. This is Spurgeon Piper. This is Wilson with you. So today we're covering two topics in one video because I don't think it will make a long video if I just take them separately. So I'm going to be covering the importance of age on a blend or in a tobacco blend, and then kind of go over real quick just my most recent tobacco rotation. It changes time to time, not too significantly, but it has changed for the year, so I was going to just show you what I'm smoking, in case you're curious. I want to say thank you for the post responses on the poll I had. So I don't think this shows up if you're not a subscriber, so you may want to subscribe if you aren't. I did ask in a poll of what type of blend would you like to be reviewed coming up, and so I picked several different categories of English slash Balkans and Virginia Perique, aromatic, and let you pick which one you prefer for coming up for a review. And I think English blends are going to win it out, and I'm not real surprised on that. But nonetheless, we'll do that this week. I'll have a review coming out of an English blend on Friday, and then next week I might just pick the uh, second place winner, if you will. So be prepared for that. So I had the Sixpence review this past Friday, GLP Sixpence review, and it was funny to get some of the responses, and I wasn't surprised much on some of the responses. Some of you guys mentioned that have tried it. You mentioned the 10 note, and it's not appealing. I think one guy said it smelled like a old wine, and I've heard different things, musty socks, things like that. I can't disagree. If you saw the video, I spoke quite highly of it. I do really enjoy it, and even so, the 10 note is not greatly appealing. It really isn't, and so I definitely understand that. But one thing that did come up is those who tried it, who didn't like it, but made the comment they're going to let it age and try it again. And I think that's really important. And you probably heard others talk about this, but let me stress it. Uh, Age makes a difference on a blend. Age really makes a difference. And so in that Sixpence I had, the age of that blend was now I'm kind of blanking, but I believe it was like a year and a half, at least a year. And so after about 6 months, you kind of may start seeing some difference on some blends, especially those that are maybe more are heavy on the Virginia side. But when you get to a year and onward, you're going to start seeing changes. It does change. You think of other things like wine or other things we do age. I guess we age meats, steaks like that. But there's changes in the material in the structure of that thing. So we see that with tobacco blends. That's why there's always the discussion of encouragement of aging and storing blends, is because you're going to experience changes, and usually it's positive changes. So Sixpence was like that for me. I have that 8 ounce. If you saw the video, I do have that 8 ounce tin that is really new, and I look forward to opening it and trying and comparing both the aged Sixpence and the non-aged. But I can tell you some other areas where I've seen this. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a Chelsea morning guy. I love it. It's what I start my morning off with usually, and that's what I smoke. So I'm really familiar with that blend. So right now I'm smoking some Chelsea morning, and it's really new. So I bought some in. I bought a purchase of GLP's blends, multiple blends. I made a video about it in December, and one of the tins I opened was an 8 ounce tin, and it was really fresh. Like, I think it was dated, could have been dated November, if not, it was at least October. Very fresh tobacco. Before that, I had been smoking for most of the year a 2-year-old tin of actually two 2-year-old tins of Chelsea Morning, and so I was getting familiar with a bit more of an age on the blend. So I then go from that two year age to this 2 month aged, and big difference. Well, I say big. If you're familiar with something, it's going to be big. If you're new to something, you may not notice it so much. But for me, it was very noticeable. Almost a different blend. Almost a different blend. It was a little bit more harsh. The Virginias taste a little bit more brighter, I guess I would say it that way. They were more harsh themselves. The Latakia was more evident and not as smooth. The Perique was a wee bit more peppery, I guess I would say. And so I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I still had some of the old stuff left over, and so I kind of went back to it and I compared it both kind of simultaneously as I was smoking. And yeah, there was definitely a change. There's definitely a noticeable difference. So I think I mentioned this in another video, but I would encourage you to, if there's a blend that you're really not just jiving with, you may save some of it, not throw it away, not give it away. You may just save it, put it in a mason jar, put it away in your cellar, and come back to it in 6 months to a year's time, if not a little more than that. And then try it out again. Age makes a difference. Age makes a difference. We don't just store tobaccos just to have on hand or in case they aren't made anymore. Those are good reasons. Those are reasons why I do, or some of the reasons, but we also do it for the age. So think about that. It's noticeable, and I think you'll see a difference. So onward to my blends that I'm currently smoking. Want to say up front, this is my rotation I'm going to show you, but that doesn't mean I don't try anything else in my cellar. This is just something I got in a habit of to keep a little bit of an enjoyment and spontaneous enjoyment of other blends. So I'm usually focusing on these. Every once in a while I'll go grab something out of the cellar and if I'm looking for something different, but this helps me keep enjoyment of what I have and enjoyment of other things instead of just grabbing whatever I want all the time. Maybe that makes sense. If not, you can question me on it in the comments. So I'm going to go through it. I usually keep about 10 to 12 blends in a rotation. One, and I don't have much left here, but one is Elizabethan mixture. Peterson Elizabethan. Elizabethan. I'm going to mess that up. I've had it in my rotation for a while, actually. This has been one of my go-to vapors. I enjoy the dark sweetness of it, and it does offer that pepperiness, but really solid blend. I might just keep it on for a while, open another tin, and throw it in here soon. Go figure. Stonehenge Flake. Sorry, that's sun. It's hard to tell. So that's Stonehenge Flake. I don't have much left, but I am going to open another tin and throw it in there. Love Stonehenge Flake. I like the fragrance that many don't like, the Lakeland essence. That's something I really enjoy, and some really hate it, but to each his own, right? Another one that on the vapor end is Fillmore. So I have an 8-ounce. I have a larger jar that has 8 ounces of Fillmore in it, or a little less now, and this is just a little bit I put in here. But Fillmore, I did a video on it, a review. Fillmore is like this middle of the road, darker, or not even, I shouldn't even say darker. It's fairly well balanced. I think I said it was one of the most well balanced Virginia vapor blends that I've had, and I agree with that. And I've noticed a little bit more as I smoke it. There is a Latakia edition in it. It's mentioned in the tobaccoreviews.com page. There is some Latakia in it, and I've grown to taste it a little bit more and more. So it's a little different. I really enjoy it. So that's one thing I've been enjoying lately. I've added back into my rotation as of late. So I have those 3 vapors. Now, right now, I only have one aromatic. I usually don't have any, but I do have Virginia Cream, GLP's Virginia Cream. This is one of the ones I really enjoy and I keep around. I usually keep it in my 120 Dublin Kildare, or excuse me, Peterson Kildare here, which is one of my 2 aromatic pipes. And by the way, this is my vapor pipe I'm smoking for today. So Eric Nording, freehand. So I do have that right now. I don't know how long I'll keep it in. I just had it in a couple weeks ago, maybe a little longer than that. One that won't be here much longer, but I do have, is a little bit of Firestorm. Now, this is a vapor, right? Well, I added in um, a little bit of a medium English blend to make it kind of equivalent to Chelsea Morning. So this is not necessarily anymore a vapor blend. It's a kind of a mild English semi Chelsea Morning blend it's familiar with, and I really enjoyed it. Really enjoying it right now. I don't have a recipe, by the way, for you. I just added in some John Cotton #1 to this, to the Firestorm. I don't have much left. I've been really smoking it up, but yeah, this is something I've been hitting on. And when I get done with this, I'll probably go ahead and pick another vapor and do the same thing, just to experiment. Not much. I'll try a little bit off to the side, experiment. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to go in much detail on this. I got my Chelsea Morning. Yeah, you know what I think of it. My H&H Burley Flake. That's one thing I'm going to be definitely touching in on more this year. On Burley Flakes, I've kind of gotten to this Burley itch, or itching my Burley itch, scratch my Burley itch, I guess I should say. I don't know. I'm going through a phase of enjoying Burleys, and I've gotten some through. I bought some through in December. A couple of guys I've gotten through trades. I've added to my supply of H&H Burley, so this is going to be around. This is about to come out. My GLP's Navigator. This is a 2017. I do have that 8 ounces that's not opened yet that I'm going to open up and compare because of the age. So I'm going to probably take this out here pretty soon and have another jar of the newer blend and kind of compare, see what the age has done to this. So that's another one because I really love this. I like this more than Sixpence. Some were asking me what do I think of between Sixpence and Navigator. This one is like your straightforward Navy blend. Kentucky is more evident. It's more straightforward with a more evident alcoholic or rum casing. So it's definitely more evident in this. But I really look forward to trying the fresher blend. And then finally, University Flake. This is empty. I'm about to open another one right here. University Flake is one I still really enjoy. I guess I'll open this on camera because I need to open it. I'm going to probably smoke some here today, maybe. But University Flake, I'm maybe not as high on it as I used to be. It used to be like my number 3 favorite. May not be anymore, but I'm not sure what's going to take the place. I've just enjoyed a non... I don't want to say non-cased. An evident note or a flavor addition. So this has an addition of a plum flavoring, and I still enjoy it, but maybe not as much as I used to. But it's still in my rotation. It'll probably be in my rotation for a while. I just opened it up. Figured you may want to see it. Some nice dark flakes. And these are quite, I noticed in just every tin I open, these are on the wet side. Just FYI, in case you open some yourself. I'll crumble some out and let them air dry for a while. So that's what I have right now, guys. That's my 11, 12 tobacco rotation at the moment, and when I'm enjoying, I'll probably change it up in a few months, maybe, or maybe even longer than that. I try to keep it fairly steady and think about what else I want to add in just to smoke away if I'm not going to trade it away. But that's 14 minutes. I'm going to shut it off now. So Friday I'll have a review coming out, and if you haven't voted, go ahead and vote. Maybe you can change the count as of now, and maybe it changes what I review. But hope you guys are doing well. Hope your week's going well, and you're blessed. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon.